the idea of if we should or could change anything, there's something to be said about God's sovereignty. Mm-hmm. There's a lot to be said about God's sovereignty. Obviously, this is all hypothetical.
God is sovereign.
Yeah. But
I feel like that's enough said.
yeah, well, you can get deeper. You can get
no.
into free will.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, if something had the ability to time travel, there's always the hypothetical question of what would you change? So first off, without any consequences, what would you change?
I have a better question for you. Would you kill baby Hitler?
You've asked me this before. No, because he hadn't sinned yet. And this is actually something I should talk with Zach about with Moon Knight. Did you ever watch Moon Knight?
No. Well, I tried to. It was really boring, so I stopped.
Oh.
I watched the first episode.
Okay. The villain of that show was able to see everything a person did and if it outweighed the good and bad, and then basically killed them if they hadn't done enough good.
That sounds like most religions.
But before they had done bad. So the idea is like, if they haven't done it yet, should they be judged for it? That's at least... That's what I see as the answer to the baby Hitler question.
Yeah. But the problem is, it's not like a potential of him doing evil. You know that he's Hitler and that he did all those things.
Yeah.
Because in your circumstance, it's past.
But then I'd be charged with killing a baby.
Well, you would go Back to the Future.
Oh, I see.
Back to the Future?
That's the name of the movie.
Roll credits!
It's a stupid question because it's never going to happen.
Well, you're the one who's asking the hypotheticals of time travel.
But you didn't answer my question.
What was your question?
What would you change? About anything in time?
I don't think I would.
Okay. That's a fair question. Fair answer.
Honestly, I'm cautious enough with the present and how it could affect the future. I'm definitely not willing to go back and say, oh, this will be the right decision that will make everything okay in the future. Because honestly, first of all, utopia is not going to happen on this earth. And second, I don't think anything I could change would be for the better because God's sovereign will has played out. And I guess if I went back and changed something, that would be God's sovereign will. So that makes it even more crazy. But yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I trust myself enough for that. It's like the SpongeBob thing where he's like writing on an essay. It's just
I still never watched an episode of SpongeBob.
That's like one of 3 episodes I've seen.
Okay. With the idea of time travel, it is a fun idea to figure out what would it look like. But when you get that power, it turns into like playing God.
Right.
And that's part of the story. I'm not saying they were wrong for writing that. It's a fun fictional movie. But you can't make those decisions of what you would change because it's maybe even dangerous to go into the future to find out what's going to happen, let alone go into the past and change something. Yeah. So there's really no benefit ethically, theologically to do this.
No.
Because we believe in God's sovereign will. And if you change something, it's not going to lead to the same place. And that's the point of the first movie where they're trying to put it back together, even if it's brute force. And now his parents have an idea of a young guy named, I forgot what he went by. He went by Marty by the end. Because I said, Marty, nice name.
And which?
First movie.
Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein,
because it was his underwear.
But then by the end he said,
yeah.
She was like, Marty, I like that name.
Yeah.
But the...
So she sounds like
presumably, in the first timeline, they just met as described in the movie, where then they went to the dance,
yes.
They kissed, and then they continued their relationship. Whereas now, in the end of the first movie, where they're all rich, they now have a memory of somebody named Marty, and it happens to be their actual son.
Yeah.
But that's the overarching knowledge that we have as viewers.
Right. And Marty knows.
And Marty. Yeah, that's also weird.
It's just super uncomfy.
Yeah. Well, we don't think about that.
Yeah, well.
There's a lot of things you just gotta avoid thinking about
I think that's
too
the
much.
thing with this movie is it's not that deep, and if you start making it that deep, it gets weird real fast.
Yep.